Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Dave from DLLM Cactus. Today gonna do a little update video in the greenhouse. Just show you out front. San Pedro's growing great. Totem pole, pine cone, Tephro articulatus, enormous, and then you have the trumpet cactus, the Trichocereus, Quimillo there, Opuntia Quimillo, and then the boxing glove cholla. Then I have a lot of my myrtillos over here kind of hiding from the midday sun. But they're starting to grow. You can kind of see the blue tips. That's where they grow, and then they get like almost like a vibrant red on the spikes coming out of the spines. But yeah, just have some cuttings in that kind of working in there. Big ghost aloe. And then the San Pedro toothpick cactus mix, a little hybrid, took a beating when it was 120 out, so definitely giving him a little bit of a break right there. But this is the greenhouse. It's definitely not as organized as before. I showed on a previous video that I thought a bird was coming in here giving me trouble, and it's definitely not a bird, so I apologize on the miscalculation there. It is, I believe, a rat. I've been trying to catch him now for almost 2 weeks, and no luck yet, and he just hit again last night, so I'll show you in a sec. But have it more of like a defensive situation on the top. I kind of got everything kind of with spikes protecting some of the softer cactus. Because what we have up top here, got a couple of the mammillarias, and then you got the rainbow cactus. He hasn't made his way over this far yet. No damage to any of the plants. I showed in the video that he got the super cabuto and a couple of the other epilanthas, so I kind of hid those in the back there, and he kind of chewed on that physioratus right there, the Ariocarpus. So basically I don't want him to hit the Tephro cactus or any of those others as well until I can catch them. So I kind of put like a guard up of things that really had like tough spikes, like the Perez de la Rosa has like hook spines right there, like he's not going to go through that. And then the glandular cactus, I mean, literally it's gotten me about 100 times. So I try to protect them and just have everything up front, kind of longer spine like the Densaspina, Kinsu maru, right there, the macrohylia on the mammillaria, and then Spinacissima, Pringlei, the Nodo cactus, Resiolotus. So I have all these kind of protecting the little guys in the back. Not to skip forward, but he hit last night again. Took like one of the, so I should have had those. Those are the Gymno, the Bruchiais. I should have had them kind of more protected. So I'm definitely trying to catch him humanely and catch him in a cage, but he's testing my patience by far. Because things are growing. This is like the growing season. I don't want to waste it sitting here just losing plants. That's actually the Valdezii like putting out offsets like crazy. And I put like a couple of the mellow cactuses up front, just trying to protect them, keep them away from the grafted cactus as well. So yeah, that's kind of the plan on the top there. And then he actually took most of the pups that were coming out of the Echinopsis right there. I was frustrated with that. Took a little bite out of the San Pedro crest. So I think that pot's a little bit high though, which is hopefully helping save it. This one I believe is the Rebutia. Looks like it's cresting on the top. I still don't have a subspecies name on that one. Pachypodium got hit with the heat a little bit. Paper spine cactus. And then you can see it took a couple little hunks out of the Tephro, the Articulatus enormis. But it's like, it's not hard enough in July to have, 117 for 7 days in a row, but then you have to worry about a rodent in your greenhouse. So yeah, that's been the struggle. But I've been kind of tucking things up and trying to keep them away. I moved a lot of stuff out by the shade box too, so hopefully I can keep them safe up there. Most of the aloes gasteria that were in the actual, you know, the bench here that I made got into most of them. Like I'm sitting here, like this is what I come out to this morning. You know, he ate a silver torch pretty much down to the thing and then took this straight out from the roots, and I'm sure he's going to probably go after that again tonight. So I'm probably going to move this whole container and just kind of move it out into the yard, kind of separate a little bit, make it more difficult on him. I did have some good news. I was actually excited about this, but now I'm worried about he's going to try to get in here. But the Dioscorea elephantiapes, it doesn't grow until it gets a little cooler out, and because it was in almost the high 60s last night, it shot out its first little offset right there, so it's going to start sending some green out, and I do not want that to trigger him to start eating on that, because I want this thing to grow as much as it can. But most of the stuff on this wall hasn't been touched too much. It's mainly in the front. But then this doesn't get a lot of sun during the day too. So it's when I'm like trying to have things grow, I don't want them to kind of get stunted or whatnot, just hiding them from, you know, the mouse or the rat. But everything growing really good. The Melloformis, Euphorbia, the Euphorbia aeruginosa, the obeses are flowering. So definitely have some positives along with that crazy little negative of the but yeah, just growing. Took those off I think in the spring, but they're starting to grow already right now. Rooted really well, cuttings. This is another one, Azocarius herlangius. Got it right on the top, ate like a bunch of it. All of these, I'm trying to let them come back from it too. I'm trying not to overreact, but it's kind of sad. The scopas, the nodocactus, just trying to work with those. Monkey tails, we're getting hit pretty hard with the heat. Myriostigmas, Astrophytum ornatum's doing really well. This obesa got hit really hard during the 117s, but it's coming back great now and flowering. This is kind of like my little, try to shade some of the harder hit ones. I have this one as well, the Baldianum, sorry, Gymno. Got hit really bad with when it was hot, but still really, really firm to the touch. So I think it's gonna come back from that great. Just need to kind of give it a little extra protection. A lot of those Tephra articulatas cuttings that are all rooted up now, so I'm gonna separately pot those. I had a lot of the seedlings down here too. This is gonna be the Echinocactus cruzanis, a lot of golden barrels, but he got into a bunch of that, ate a bunch of the seedlings. The center one there is steno, so the erectocentris, and then the backside there, I kind of have them tucked. That's going to be the saguaros. Doesn't really mess with the saguaros too much, which is a good thing. They're kind of tucked back there doing well. Then have a lot of the echinopsis here. So hasn't really messed with this side too much. Those little pups he probably eat a bunch of, but I'm probably gonna move those out as well. So it looks like it's just gonna be a lot of maneuvering around. I might have to take this actual bench out at some point, because I mean, I think that's where they, like if it's one or two, hide. because I did find some like dry fruit back there. I didn't know that rodents ate cactus, but learning the hard way. And so I definitely on this side kept, you know, some of the harder spikes on the outside, trying to keep them out. Just didn't want them to go after some of the things right against the wall. Just let that brucei get a little bit too exposed while I'm trying to get these guys out of here. But I have like the smaller Echinopsis that are, you know, pupping on both sides here. It's growing a lot of new ones with flowers as well, so trying to kind of protect those. Didn't want them to get towards that enormous right there as well, so got little pups coming off of that one, and definitely don't want them to get after that. Anything that has little growth or new growth or flowers or pups, I'm just trying to protect with things that are just, you're not going to get through this. It's like a wall. So a little disorganized right now. I mean, I've been moving stuff in and out, trying to kind of get this thing caged up. But I will show you out in the shade box. That's where a lot of the other cactus that were here inside the greenhouse went. Which the shade box has been so successful, I'm probably gonna build one at least 3 times the size, if not the whole backyard. So that's kind of where my big Echinopsis is, and I have some Tersekii and saguaros. These are all cuttings that I've been rooting, trikes and Echinopsis, and then everything else is from seed. Thalocactus, Ferrocactus, Glossicans, Chichipe right there. There's some Copiapoas on the left side. And then the maize tabletus, those have been growing like crazy. The Coryphanthas, saguaros, a lot of the Echinocerius and Leuchtenbergia. I bought like a 1,000 count mixed trike package from Mesa, and those are growing like weeds. Same with these trikes right here, which they were trying to get some of the outside ones from that. I just moved it out here to the shade box and they've been good. Then it got the Leuchtenbergia. Everything's growing really good out here. So love the shade box, the 50% shade. Everything's been doing really, really well. So I moved a lot of the stuff out here from the greenhouse. Protection and just good growing environment. So definitely please like and subscribe if you can. I will see you on the next video.